Hello, everybody. Welcome to first casting of my podcast, and some of the things that we're going to be talking about on my podcast in reference to you name it, firearms, information about firearms, uh, laws, and legal aspects to obtaining the firearms, things of that nature. Um, Information on other states as well as the state of Maryland and the DMV area, uh, so that we can further give good education and information, knowledge on all of those things that is needed to be known in reference to obtaining firearms, owning firearms, the use of firearms, and again, like I said, legal aspects to it. So, moving right along, I get a lot of times individuals asking me when I tell them information about or just having a general conversation in reference to the HQL. The HQL, for all those who don't know, stands for Handgun Qualification License. Um, Here in the state of Maryland, that is something that you have to have in order to obtain a firearm, meaning purchase a firearm. Um, there's a lot of other things that go along with that. Once you obtain your HQL, then you have to get your FFL through the federal to purchase your firearm. So, having said that, I get a lot of individuals that would say, "Well, what is the HQL?" Or they'll say, "Oh, you're a firearms instructor. I want my license. I want to get my license." And um, uh, oftentimes, I say, "Well, what are you interested in?" Because I found that some individuals are not interested in just obtaining their wear and carry, which is typically the concealed carry for the state of Maryland, and we'll get into that on another segment as well. Um, but some individuals prefer to just be able to purchase a firearm and have it in their home as an opposed to carrying it out in general public. So I do ask that question. I say to that individual or individuals, what are you looking to do with your license? What license are you interested in obtaining, the HQL or the wear and carry? And quite often I get, well, what is the HQL? And I go into explaining to them what a HQL is. It is, in fact, a handgun qualification license, which is a qualification, a stipulation for the state of Maryland, which PSA next level training is licensed along with the state of Virginia to train for. However, Virginia doesn't have an HQL. We'll get into that, but today we're speaking in reference to the HQL for the state of Maryland. Okay, the state of Maryland requires, it's a requirement that all residents must have a handgun qualification license, meaning that in order to obtain a firearm, in order to purchase a firearm, in order to do anything in reference to getting a firearm on your person, you must have an HQL. In order to obtain an HQL, you must go through a Maryland State qualified instructor, meaning they have to be appointed by the state of Maryland through the state police to be able to administer the training for the HQL. The training consists of 4 hours, classroom as well as on the range. Okay, there are levels to the training aspects of going to the range as opposed to being in a class. You'll do your classroom training and then you'll go to the range and you'll qualify. And the instructor will give you all the pertinent information in reference to qualifying at that time. However, there will be no purchases of firearms. There should be no firearms in your home. There should be no firearms on your property without an HQL if you reside in the state of Maryland. So, again, the HQL is the handgun qualification license. You must attend with a qualified instructor through the state police, through the state of Maryland training, which consists of 4 hours, classroom as well as range time to qualify for your HQL. Um, I'm sure there's going to be many, many questions, and we'll open our panels for questions to be sent in. As we move forward with the podcast, we're going to be live and we'll be able to take questions and things of that nature. This is the first segment on the HQL. We're going to speak a little bit more about the HQL. Again, as I said, because we're going to be educational in getting information and knowledge on firearms. And the HQL for the state of Maryland is one. Now, um, we're going to talk about other states. State of Virginia is one. There's no need to have a handgun qualification license. It's just required that you be a resident and you have a government formed ID, i.e., driver's license, things of that nature, to purchase a firearm. However, whenever you purchase a firearm, be it in the state of Virginia or be it in the state of Maryland, you do still have to obtain that FFL, which is sent either to you or directly to the gun shop that you're purchasing your firearm from. Um, we're going to get a little bit more into it. Our podcast is going to grow. We're looking forward to that. And again, like I said, some of the things that we're going to be moving into will be live, and we're going to be accepting call-ins for questions and things of that nature. In the meantime, please feel free to text questions, email questions to PSA Next Level Training at gmail.com. Or you can text us or actually contact us through shootingclasses.com, which is PSA Next Level Training at shootingclasses.com. Um, look forward to talking with you some more. Look forward to giving you all the knowledge I have and things that I've been able to obtain over my years of being in security as well as law enforcement and other aspects of the field. Talk to you soon. This is PSA Next Level Training. This is Stay Alert, Stay Alive.